I was at a family home and two gunmen ran into the house. I'm on the ground, this guy has a gun to my head and he's telling me he's going to kill me. But the thing that broke me is that I realized, had I died last night, all my dreams would have died as well. If you don't take your step forward, that picture that you see in your mind that you are not actively making intentional steps towards, what's going to happen if that dies? Think about it. The thing that you are building is not just for you, but it's for other persons to ensure they don't get lost. Somewhere along the path we get lost. Somewhere along the path, this drive that you're going after, that motivates you, that wakes you up in the morning, that puts you in a certain mind frame, you don't even know when it happens. You don't even know when there's a shift from living to existing. Welcome to episode 4 of the Lead Podcast. I'm Lyndon Balkaran, and today we're going to be talking about the broken compass. The most important leadership question persons have to ask themselves is, where am I going? Because if leaders don't know where they are going, the people that they are leading will get lost. The broken compass is something that we struggle with and we don't even know. When you're young, you do not struggle with your compass. Your imagination is limitless. There is a belief in anything is possible. I'll go to the moon. I'll become this mega successful entrepreneur. I'll be rich by 35, right? Vacations in private islands all over the world. That's your belief, right? And you're going in that direction. But then life comes at you. Your dream home becomes the thing that's a distant past. The dream job. And not only those particular things, but the life that you envision. Somewhere along the path we get lost. Somewhere along the path, this drive that you're going after, that motivates you, that wakes you up in the morning, that puts you in a certain mind frame, when the day starts, it's gone. And you don't even know when it happens. You don't even know when there's a shift from living to existing. When we were younger, we were fearless. Adventure was just the thing that we went after every single day. We chased after waterfalls all over the country, just these remote opportunities that we saw in pictures in different spaces. We would find these little cliffs on the side of the mountain and dive out into the ocean. I remember this one adventure we were going after this waterfall called Rincon Waterfalls. It's beautiful, tall waterfall, majestic. And we said we're going to go there. The challenge is we had no idea how to get there. So we parked our vehicle. They told us that there was a path you can find. And once you found the path, you're going to get there. So we're on the path. No preparation, no water. We had no idea the length of time to get there. And then we went into the forest. There were multiple paths. Hours later, we got lost. We are dehydrated. It's getting dark. We don't know how to go forward. And at that point in time, we were ready to give up. Give up on that dream. Give up on that pursuit. Maybe it wasn't for us that day. We were tired. Hours in the forest, no water, dehydrated, lying on the path. We were about to give up. We were about to just catch ourselves and head back to the vehicle. And right at that point of giving up, this couple came back. They found us. They were coming back from the waterfall. And I said, guys, you are almost there. Don't give up. And they gave us water. They told us some things to look out for on the path. And we got there. We got to the waterfall, and it's absolutely amazing. Today, I want to be that couple for you. The persons who've been to the waterfall. Coming back, helping you. Maybe you have that picture of the waterfall and you got lost. Maybe you got discouraged. Maybe you don't even know if you want to go to the waterfall anymore. This conversation is for you. The people who I see struggle the most with vision, interestingly enough, is actually women. Working women, entrepreneurs, persons who have a picture of family and motherhood, and you are moving in multiple directions, And women give so much of themselves. And it's almost a sense of guilt that they carry silently. It's not explicit. They don't talk about it. But there is this guilt that, am I being selfish to think about me? Am I selfish to now have my own goals and pursuit? Because if I'm going after my goals, it means something or someone is going to suffer. And there's this conflict that they balance all the time. Men struggle as well too. Somewhere along the path, men lost their confidence. The picture isn't clear. They worry so many times about what my future is going to look like. And guys, I'm saying that is what vision does. Vision anchors every decision you make today in this future state that you're going after. Today, I'm going to give you 3 powerful, proven principles that's going to ensure you get to your waterfall. And not only enjoy this future state that you're dreaming of, but help you enjoy the journey to get there. The first most important principle is belief. This is where most visionaries die. Every single thing you see around you is created twice. First, in the mind of the visionary, and second, in the physical. Wi-Fi, smartphone, internet, Starbucks, your favorite destination, your favorite meal and restaurant that you visit. That existed in the mind of a visionary. But the challenge is there's a gap between what you see in the future state and a gap in where you are right now. But that's the thing about visionaries. They have unwavering belief. They are totally convinced that this future state is a reality and they're going to get there. I remember the first time I saw the picture of Jeff Bezos sitting in a rundown cubicle with a sign on the side, bomb sprayed Amazon. And I can imagine this guy sitting down there and thinking that this is going to be the most successful company in the world. That's in his mind. But what would his friends say? Jeff, what are you doing? This doesn't make sense. How many of us you've been told that? Or maybe you're the person saying that to yourself. This vision isn't big. I'm not going to make any money doing this thing. That's the poison that paralyzes belief. Unbelief is the biggest battle every leader must win to see the vision in their life come to pass. I remember when, and this was a very, very dark moment of my life. I was at a family home and 2 gunmen ran into the house. At first, I was totally taken aback. I didn't even realize what was happening. I'm on the ground. This guy has a gun to my head and he's telling me he's going to kill me. The next day, we're in church and I'm crying uncontrollably. And I was confused because no one got killed, no one got hurt, thankfully. They just stole a couple of things and they left. But the thing that broke me is that I realized, had I died last night, all my dreams would have died as well. And my question to you is this: if you don't take your step forward, that picture that you see in your mind that you are not actively making intentional steps towards, what's going to happen if that dies? Think about it. That's the thing that has to drive your belief. The thing that you are building is not just for you, but it's for other persons to ensure they don't get lost, to ensure they get the help that they need, to ensure that suffering ends in one step. But you have to believe. So that's the first principle, the power of belief. And guys, that's all on you. You have total control in laying the foundation for where your compass is going to take you. The second principle, this is about personal mastery. I am yet to meet an indisciplined visionary. Every visionary who is obsessed in pursuit of the picture that they see, they know what it means to work hard. They show up early, they leave late. And what it does, it creates an unsatisfied appetite for learning. They are continuously learning. Goal smashing, consistent goal smashing, sits on top of consistent growth. Once you continue growing in the direction that you are pursuing, you ultimately get there. But the question is, what do you need to master? What you don't see is persons medaling at the Olympics in multiple disciplines. I don't jump in the pool today and win gold and then run track and field and win gold in the 400 meters. Mastery requires singularity. You can multitask, but you can't multi-focus. You have to get so disciplined in the direction that you are going that you become a master in the process. And let me tell you what this does. This frees you when it comes to money. People are paralyzed when it comes to vision because they think about money too early. Once you pursue mastery, money pursues you. Once you get to the top of your mountain that you are an expert in your field, persons come to you to solve problems. That's what personal mastery does. It positions you on the top of your mountain of influence, where anytime the problem comes up and persons begin to think of a solution, they think of you. As a matter of fact, they pursue you. Personal mastery does that. Personal mastery is a bedrock of vision, and what it does, it's so powerful. It gives a silver bullet to the imposter syndrome. So when persons are saying, who's he? Where did he come from? Who is he trying to be? Because you have mastered your discipline, there's no question. And not only isn't there questions in the minds of persons, the questions in your mind begin to get silent. I am this. I have become this. Your vision is not only where you're going to, it's who you're becoming along the way, and that gives you confidence. The third principle will shock you. Vision has nothing to do with luck. It has everything to do with intentional ability to connect with people that you need to resource your vision. You do not have all that you need to bring your vision to life. You have all you need to get started. You have all you need to get started. But to sustain your vision, to see it come to life, to see it become the great thing it can become, you have to be able to connect with people. And that's why leadership is a bedrock. People will buy into you long before they buy into what you're trying to sell, long before they buy into what you're trying to produce. If they cannot see the truth, that's why personal mastery comes in. If they can't see your belief, the direction and conviction that this future will become a reality, they will not partner with you. So the question is, who are the people around you right now you need to connect with? If you had the resources to sustain your vision, would you give it to you? Would you trust yourself to not fumble and waste these resources? That's the question that you have to ask. That's what I'm saying, guys. There is a process to become a visionary, to build the trust, self-trust, personal belief, personal conviction, to see your vision ultimately become a reality. And let me say this as we close. Mark Twain said this: the two most important days of your life, the day you were born and the day you figure out why. Visionaries are anchored in purpose. They know why they are here. And ultimately, that's in the dimension of the divine. Vision isn't something that you determine. Vision is something that's discovered. It's inside of you. And that's where God ultimately reveals vision to you. My faith is my cornerstone. You cannot figure out vision on your own. In conclusion, a broken compass is going to produce a life of misery. I challenge you, in this chapter, be very intentional about fixing your compass. Focus on belief. Develop unwavering belief that this future that I'm seeing in my mind has to come to pass. Second, anchor that on discipline. Find a skill set, something that you need to get you there, and be intentional about developing this over the next 90 days. And the last thing, Be very intentional about connecting with people. Make a list of persons you want to connect to. Reach out, message them on LinkedIn, have a conversation, show up in their space, and be intentional about building the connections that you need to bring your vision to life. As a matter of fact, in our next episode, that's the journey we're going to take. We're going to see what it takes to connect with vision builders and ensure you protect yourself from vision killers. So guys, this has been episode 4 of the Lead Podcast. Thank you for listening. You can check out the other episodes on the channel, and if you haven't already subscribed, do so now so you'll be notified when the next episode drops. And guys, thank you all so much for the love and support of Help I'm Called to Lead. The feedback has been amazing. If you want to put your hands on a copy, just message me, get in my socials, send me a message, and I'll ensure you get your copy, because this year we're going to take the ultimate leadership adventure. Let's go, guys.